Hey, start learning how to flip switches, man. Too. That's another thing I wanted to speak on. Like, we can't just fuck trying to evolve. Nah, I'm saying just become that. Whatever you're trying to do, just become it. Like, you don't have That's how you take quantum leaps in life. That's how you take big jumps. Like we didn't evolve into podcasters. We became that. Like the first time we sat down in front of these mics, we became that. So y'all take that for what it's worth and instill that into your life. Like be a flip the switch type of person. Like when you want to become something, just do it. Like you already am. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you already know what it is, baby. It's that. It's that Island God Talk podcast, man. We back here for another beautiful evening. Me and yes sir. Jaayuu here, Kingmeechyyy here, my lovely co-host.
Yeah,
we here.
Definitely. And hey, I just want to say thank all y'all for y'all support, man. Not even gonna lie to y'all. Y'all really be showing love. Like we finna hit 1K by tomorrow.
Yeah, we just not even surprised because like we know what's going on. We know what's gonna happen. Like this already in our belief system, but definitely just grateful. Now I'm saying every time we see the numbers going up, the comments, the likes, everything. Just grateful for everything.
Definitely. What is it? Attitude of gratitude?
Yes, sir.
We
man.
love it. But we gonna get right into this thing today, man, because that's what we gotta do. Because, I know, you've been seeing, a whole lot of basketball stuff going around on Twitter and stuff like that. But this is what I want to talk about. All right. So, I know you see how, people be really at Ja Morant, oh, why are you trying to be a gangster? You're not a gangster. You're literally a millionaire. They be telling him, he grew up in the suburbs,
Yeah, they did the Eminem jump when he's talking, the 8 Mile.
Yeah.
At the end when he going at Clarence, I seen them. They put Ja Morant on there, and they were saying he went to a private school and his parents got good marriage and all that type shit. But it just seems like he's getting a lot of flack, and I'm guessing it's the way he's moving and the way he's handling situations, because he's black and he has that edge to him. People just assume he's trying to act gangster, and I never seen him say oh, I'm gangsta, but he did say when someone asked him you rich and you still acting this way, he said because he been on that and he's on that and he forever on that. So and whatever that is, people gonna assume being on that equates to gangster. So
definitely, and that's one thing about assuming. You assume you make an ass out of both of us.
Yeah.
Me personally, I feel like you don't gotta grow up in the hood. You're hilarious. You see how I changed it? No, but I feel like you don't have to grow up to be hood. I feel like it's more so he just even though he's rich, he's just not one of them. He's just not to be played with.
I think a lot of the people are assuming because he's not cowering and the way he's handling shit, and then a lot of shit is allegedly. I seen something about his team or his people was they said they allegedly he pointed a laser at somebody, but I didn't see no video of it. He said it didn't happen. So to me it's a lot of there's a lot of narratives going around, which I mean, as a superstar athlete, as any person of influence, you have to do a good job at controlling your own narratives. Know what I'm saying? So I feel like he can do a better job doing that. I don't have a problem with him having an edge, having that persona of being hard. That's the shit that helps him fucking dunk on niggas. Know what I'm saying? It's that type of energy. So I don't really have too much problem with that. And to me, he hasn't. We haven't seen him get arrested for anything. We haven't seen him, everybody say, oh, you're worth $200 million. Shannon say, you're worth $200 million, stop acting gangster. But at the same time, Shannon kind of act kind of hard or kind of gangster. He at that show, you know what I'm saying? At the game, yeah, it's cool to talk shit, but as a fan, you need to stay in your seat. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, even if somebody, walking over to you, stay in your seat, stay off the court. Know what I'm saying? And Shannon, he did apologize for his behavior that day, so.
And you gotta think, how old is Shannon Sharp? He gotta be in his 50s. I'm pretty sure he's in his
55.
He's 55. I thought so.
I seen an interview with Chad Ochocinco say double nickel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about too. But exactly, and you got to think what he's doing. Like you're standing up, ready to argue with these basketball players, and you got to think a younger guy.
Yeah,
like,
they're kids. Like, not to him, they're kids. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely. So like, I feel like arguing with a kid is not. I feel like that. What are you trying to be like? Exactly.
In Memphis, they do get a lot of flack, but some of it's warranted because they, as well, they do talk a lot of shit. Saying on the court and off the court, especially like Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
To be honest, I don't really like bro. Bro tried to disrespect. You can't disrespect the GOAT like that.
Who you tried to disrespect?
LeBron. That's how the whole thing like.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Well, Shannon started. Shannon said he was too small to guard LeBron.
He is.
He is too small to guard LeBron, but he's definitely too small to guard LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with LeBron. That's my GOAT for sure.
Definitely.
But still like you. Like Shannon got to kind of like sit back and stay in his place. Like there's nothing wrong with saying that, but you don't have to. Like it doesn't have to become like an escalated thing like that. And I feel like as the older cat in that like scenario, he should have like handled himself better. Like which again he apologized for. Definitely. And to me, I don't know what else Ja Morant has did that make people seem like he's acting gangsta. You know.
Definitely, but like I can say, it just be the little stuff. I feel like it's just him being him. Like I know you seen the video with him with the Casamigos bumping YB.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's just those little narratives, and it just
hell yeah. And it's like that music it does like affect your persona and all that stuff. But would he be Ja? And would he be getting off as hard as he did, get as hard as he does without that edge? Like we've seen quote unquote gangster athletes before, and we've seen some carry it to the extreme. Like you have a Aaron Hernandez who ended up killing people and catching bodies, but we haven't.
I was about to say that nigga's a murderer.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's like on the extreme side of it, and Aaron let that part of him affect his play and affect him being able to be on the court. I haven't seen Ja do that yet, to where something he did off the court or how he was acting affected his play or affected his ability to be able to play. Like I haven't seen that. I've seen him put some questionable tweets out, like telling people that he's hard or telling people like something about hollows. You know what I'm saying, hollow tips, but like people be coming at him and he throws shots back. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he is one of the most like, or becoming one of the most like hated in the NBA. But I think a lot of that, like, yeah, the personality and the quote unquote acting gangsta has something to do with that, but I think it was because it's skill too. Also, like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like people tired of being dunked on. Like that's the type of bodies he be catching. You know
that's literally the bodies he be catching. He be banging on people. Mm-hmm. But I say like, and even so like, and that's just for all of us. We're all literally looking on the outside.
Yeah, like we don't really know what's going with him. Everybody making these assumptions off little behaviors here and there, and to me, I won't judge him too hard because I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I guess going forward, how do you think he can, like, if he cares to like fix the public perception, like what do you think like he can do?
To be honest, I feel like, especially like being famous, people are gonna talk regardless.
Yeah.
So I feel like no matter what he does, he's still gonna get backlash or hate for it. So I say he does him. Like as long as it's not hurting nobody, which he has not done yet. Mm-hmm. Pray to God. But like he has not done nothing to nobody. So for the simple fact, I feel like he just keeps living him. Mm-hmm. Keeps doing whatever.
Yeah, like facts. Like keep doing what's working for him, and. I mean, I seen in his last press conference, he was saying like how they the most hated and how he's gonna start just protecting his peace and not respond to certain shit. And I think like those are two good like solutions. And just keep playing, keep balling out. Like literally, they can't, as long as you stay out of trouble and you keep balling, he gonna be fine.
Exactly, and I feel like that's all he gotta do.
And then it's like these OGs, like they are coming at him kind of hard, and it's like I don't think it's like a disconnect between them and like the guys that are around his age, because like yeah, you got to kind of have that edge in the league.
Definitely, and I feel like it's also a disconnect for the simple fact like anybody can anybody can be like, oh, you rich, blah blah blah. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. But at the same time, you don't know what this person be going through. Like you honestly don't.
Yeah, like we see people and we think because we see them play basketball on a certain basis, or we see somebody on a TV show, like we think we know that person. Yeah, we think like everybody's talking about his past. Oh, he grew up here, he had both his parents, and like that doesn't mean he's not gangsta at all. Like no matter where he grew up, no matter like y'all don't know what he went through throughout his life. And also like I'm confused by a lot of people's like definition of gangsta, because to me, like gangsta is like just being a man and stepping on shit and not backing down, you know? Like it's a lot of corporate gangsters out there, know what I'm saying? Niggas like they handle business in a kind of gangster type of way, but like they know how to move smoothly with it. And I think like him, he's just growing, like still talking about a young dude here, and I think he just has to like, bro, be gangster, but just know how to move with it, you know what I'm saying? And again, like by gangster, I don't mean go killing, robbing, and just hurting people for no reason, but like it's nothing wrong with standing on what you stand on and what you believe.
Exactly. And I feel like as like any professional athlete or anybody like with a lot of money, like anytime somebody claps back, like when professional athletes or anything claps back at people, it's perceived like that. It's perceived, oh, why you acting so hard, blah blah blah. Bro, but like it's the same thing. Probably before that, like you come up talking reckless to him, he probably wouldn't have said something. So it just translates. Now he just got a little money, so it's like he's still gonna say what he has to say. But at the same time, like it's not gangster. It's just really being a man, like standing on your shit. Like you're not gonna let, like even a random person, like you're not gonna let somebody talk crazy to you. Like who the fuck is you? I don't care if I got $1 million or not $1 million. We gotta stand on that. But then people want to say, "Oh, you rich, so you gotta let it go." Nah, it's literally hard to tell somebody. Oh,
yeah, especially like a young dude who feels like he probably does like have that ego and that arrogance to where like he feels like he kind of got everything handled and people just attacking him for no reason. But I will also say, just to play like devil's advocate a little bit, it's okay for him to like listen to OGs, especially guys who have been through that. I think a lot of the guys who are speaking haven't really been through that. So, but to me, it's like a lot of the shit, even like clapping back or like responding to shit, like to me, he shouldn't really respond to like just random fans. But if certain people are saying stuff to him, it's like you don't have to be gangster to be a man, you know what I'm saying? And a man not gonna go for disrespect. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. I feel like it's okay for him to move in that way, but if it's something crazy gangster shit he did that we missed, that we didn't see or we don't know about, like y'all go ahead in the comments and let us know. Like let us know like what like real gangster activities he did beyond like speaking a certain way or allegedly doing something. Like to me, if it's no proof that he did something like gangster, there's nothing wrong with having an edge in his persona. Like I don't think he even identifies as, oh, I'm gangster. I just think he's standing on what he believe in and not going for disrespect, which he shouldn't.
Exactly, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
But like I said, if it's something we missed that, like, oh, he just wild out here, or he did this, he did that, like, to me, like, he's still in the league, he's still getting paid, no arrests, you know what I'm saying? I think, like, people, you know what I'm saying, lay off on him a little bit, but I don't think he should expect people to, because, yeah, you're a rich dude, you're a millionaire, you're going to be under a microscope, and that's what it is.
Exactly. And I feel like it just comes with time, because, like, think about how many people be clapping at LeBron, but LeBron has that, he knows, like, you got to think how much older he is, like, shout out to him for breaking the scoring record, too. Like, like, oh my goodness.
Go there.
Literally. But, like, I feel like, and he, like, LeBron, he tweeted this, like, he always has to be, like, the good guy. Like, and he always has to rise above. And he literally does. And I'm telling you, I know it's hard.
And that's something that Ja gonna learn throughout his career. Yeah. Like, it's not gonna, like, part of it, like how he said you're gonna protect his peace. Part of protecting your peace is knowing, like, I don't have to respond to everything. Everything doesn't require a reaction. Sometimes the best reaction is just to walk away and don't even pay it no matter. Don't even give shit your energy, you know what I'm saying? If niggas think you acting gangster and you not, saying, like, who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as you staying out of trouble, out of like serious trouble, like, who cares?
Definitely. Boom. So this is a hot topic because everybody's talking about it right now. So in your professional opinion, what is your rules on staying and leaving when it comes down to cheating? Like, if a man's cheating on a woman, should she stay? And vice versa, if a woman's cheating on a man, should he stay?
Okay, well, I'll start off with a woman cheating on a man. Like I always tell you guys, like, you gotta, like, there's no coming back from that, because if a woman cheats, like, she probably like the dude, and she will end up giving dude information on you if he wants that, and it's just detrimental to your empire. So never, no exception to that rule. Now, a man cheating on a woman, we gotta go to where it starts first, so people can understand what I'm saying right now. You get in a relationship with a girl, for most guys, and if you are wanting to be faithful to her, you're telling her all these things, and you might really believe it at first. Like, a lot of times, guys, we really believe the things we're saying. Then over time, of course, you never lose attraction to other women, and guys say the best pussy is new pussy and all that stuff. But so over time, like, once that honeymoon phase is over, it's, I won't say like a daily struggle, but monogamy for men it's like almost like a daily struggle, and well, it's a choice. I'll say that. Not necessarily a struggle, but it's a choice for men to want to be faithful. Where the problems lie is, like, where women's feelings get fucked up is they feel like they've been lied to, because you said this thing in the beginning, and then they catch you cheating. It's this big problem because they feel lied to. So that's why I always tell guys, like, yeah, you should be honest at first, but most men are gonna lie. So women should understand that most men are gonna lie. Do I think she should leave the guy? If he's checking off all your boxes and you're getting everything you need out that relationship, as far as he's still fucking you and you're getting resources and security, protection, and all those things out of a relationship, like, and he looks good or whatever, checking all your boxes, I don't think it's not wise for a woman to leave, because 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying all guys are going to cheat on you, but it's going to be hard to find, like, another guy. And 9 times out of 10, if he isn't cheating, he just doesn't have the options, which means he probably isn't checking one of your boxes. So
Definitely. And that's a great point. I was going to say that as well. Like, really, if he's checking all your boxes, like, I wouldn't leave. But, like, you got to understand, like, if a man's not checking all these options, he doesn't have those options to cheat like a higher value man would. Like, so for the simple fact, it's kind of it's really what you want. Like, if you want a faithful man, yeah, I say go get a square, like a Lily. Like, he's probably not rich though.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be like, even if he is rich, he's gonna be a simp. And a lot of women don't understand that a lot of the dudes that are like 100% faithful, like, they have just excellent willpower and strength. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that don't have that willpower and strength and they still being faithful, 9 times out of 10, they probably watching porn and beating their dick, which to me is kind of worse than cheating, because that can affect his life in ways. Like, that's a good thing to go into. I feel like a nigga watching porn is worse than him going to fuck another girl, as long as he isn't bringing back a disease or outside baby.
Why do you say that? They were like, why?
Because, like, watching porn is going to take away his drive and some of his drive and some of his ability to really, like, get shit done. So to me, if I was a girl, I would leave a dude over him being like a frequent fapper and always beating his dick, over him stepping out and cheating, you know what I'm saying? But dudes, it really starts with us as far as, like, just being honest, or when like in the beginning. If you're honest in the beginning, I know a lot of times it's gonna turn women off, but if you built yourself up to be the best version of yourself, you're gonna find women that are okay with that and will be with you. Or just join the Passport Boys and fly to another country and get it that way, you know?
I like that idea a lot.
Because a lot of women in other countries, there was this movie I was watching where this lady, she took in this dude, and he was like, he like did lawn care and shit, but the whole time he was from Haiti, and she got in a relationship with him. And he told her like, yeah, I have wife and kids back in Haiti, and when he brought the girl to Haiti, the American girl, his wife there was like okay with it because she grew up in that culture where they understand men's nature. Like that's a part of the problem as well. Women don't understand man's nature, so they don't. So when stuff like that does happen, they think it's about them when it's never about them. I don't like it. Logically, it doesn't even make sense for a man putting his dick in another woman to be about this woman unless she isn't fucking him at all. Like if you're fucking him too on a consistent basis, then that's okay. Now, do I think men should just be recklessly slinging dick? Nah, like, but if you're poly and have multiple wives, that's cool too. But at the same time, like, it's best to keep it within those wives, because even like a woman will feel even like both your wives will feel disgusted if you have two wives and then you come home from fucking some slut that they don't know and they didn't approve of, and then you come home and you got dirty dick and you avoiding them a little bit because you ain't trying to, you just was kissing up on this other joint. Know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the same from one girl. Like a lot of it is that embarrassment. Women don't like things thrown in their face, and like a level of disgust they get from knowing you was long stroking another jump.
Definitely. That's hilarious. But like, and I kind of see it because at the same time, I do feel like there is a time and place for everything. Like, I feel like if you are in a committed relationship with a girl, should you just be recklessly cheating? No, that's bad news. Because like, you're gonna get problems that way. That's literally how you bring problems back to your household.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody gonna get mad or somebody gonna find out. You gonna mess around, catch some, or have a baby. But like, I feel like if you're still like in that stage, if you're in that stage where you're getting money, blah blah blah, you living your best life. And I feel like it's important for men to live their best life for the simple fact, like, if you never experience something, once you experience it, you're gonna fall. I'm a big believer in that. Like, experience, you gotta experience life. Because if you never experience life, you're gonna have problems later on. You're gonna be thinking like, damn, I shouldn't have did this when I was young, blah blah blah. You don't want those regrets. You don't. So I say, like, if you could find a girl to like hold it down, and then like find a girl to hold it down and make sure like she understands, like, hey, I love you, I want to be with you, but I still may want to experience stuff, and that's something you got to talk to her up front. I feel like that would be okay. Like, if y'all have that conversation beforehand. Mm-hmm. And then, like, once you start, like, getting married and shit, then you stop cheating. That's how I want to live. Like, once I'm married, I would never cheat on my girl.
I don't, but it's like, yeah, you will say that in the beginning, and then you end up like the dude who's cheating because he told his wife, like, yeah, oh, I'll never leave you, and then you lose half your shit because you signed half your shit away, and she got mad, and I said, so it's like, you do have to be careful when it comes to that too, like, just saying, like, oh, I'll never, because you're never going to lose attraction for other women, you know what I'm saying? It's just true. Having that level of control, and a lot of times if you have a good woman, it's easier to have that control, or at least be more so selective about when and where and how you do stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's like, most people fuck the marriage up fucking the girl across the street, or down the street, or the girl at work, or the girl's friend, and all of that is part of like embarrassing her, and it's gonna get like thrown in her face, into where it's like, oh my god, he was doing what with who, and now it's probably getting onto the internet and all that stuff. So like, you just have to understand a woman's nature as well. And also, I think it is fair to give her that, like, most niggas not gonna do it because like nowadays it takes value, like you have to be quote unquote high value to be honest with a woman and her being okay with it, because a woman, when you up couple M's, know what I'm saying, they gonna look the other way, even if they find out some shit. They might not even speak on it, because at that point, to me, I feel like a man's way of cheating is if he's providing and protecting and providing security for another woman. Like that, to me, that's worse, because now you might be, as a woman, you might be lacking something because he's giving it to another woman, you know.
Definitely, and that's not okay. I was gonna say that's not okay. I do
that's
cheating.
That's work. Like that's the way like a man cheat. I feel like sexual loyalty is more so on the woman's part, and it's just mostly been like that way throughout history because like as a man we can have a limited number of kids in a year and go crazy. A woman, they can only get pregnant once every 8 months, and then there still has to be some little time in between. So
definitely, I like that a lot, and I feel like it's so important just to have the conversation, and like just don't. And I feel like it will help a lot of men nowadays. Just don't care, like still care about your girl, but like if you know you're gonna be having sex with other women, just tell her. Like I feel like it will save so much of a headache. Like just for the simple fact, if I tell you I'm having sex with another girl, you know what it is. Like you legit, or don't get in a relationship. Like I feel like, how do you feel about like not flings, but like it's like situationships? Cause like I feel like I'm a master of situationships. I might get in a situationship, but I'll never make you my girlfriend for the simple fact.
To me, the situationships is it's kind of pointless. It's like a waste of time, and yeah, you might feel like you're the master of situationships right now, but I've seen you mad about those situationships because it's like you call it a situationship, but it's basically a relationship as well, because if they do something, you're not gonna be feeling the best about it. Let's just put it like that. So it's like you can say it's a situationship, but at the same time, that's basically your girl. Now,
to be honest, we can talk about it. We can really talk about it. I ain't even.
It's because like you, the feelings you get if they do something is the same as like a nigga if that was his girl, and it's like as men we are territorial and things like that. So if you are fucking a jump consistently, like it's still some type of, you might not have like, oh, I love you feelings, but it's some type of feelings there to where you gonna feel some type of way at the same time.
You definitely will. Speaking from experience, I promise you, you definitely fucking will.
Now, I feel like a fling or like a fuck buddy, that's different from a situationship because it's literally just that. Like, y'all are fucking and leaving, everybody knows what's up. But even then, like, after 2 or 3 times, most girls, if she doesn't have like that whole mentality, she's gonna have some type of feeling for you as well. So.
Literally, she gonna start doing dumb shit like trying to spend the night. Oh, you want to go get food now, and then that's where that's my problem. See, I don't stop it right there. I'm like, I'm hungry. We can go. No, you gotta stop that shit right then and there. Like, no, we can't get food. No, you can't. No, we cannot.
Because now she's confused because you confusing her feelings, and you said it was this, but y'all doing stuff like a couple, and now she's in like this confused state, which is like, to me, it's like that's why these situationships don't really last,
or y'all end up actually dating.
Literally, y'all will end up dating, and a lot of dudes, they like, it's because they don't know how to just get a woman for sex, to why they might just randomly end up in a relationship, and I think we spoke on that before as well.
Yeah, I don't do no shit like that though. Like, and I feel like as men, you gotta know, like, it's like y'all just fucking. You can't, and like
you're the man in the situation, so you have to keep control of that. If you don't, because our feelings are gonna get involved eventually anyway. Most girls, unless she just got that like whore slut mentality, which you shouldn't really be fucking with her anyway. But they gonna definitely. And all that just causes chaos in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we as men, we like getting women, we like having sex with women, but having that control is very important, especially while you're on your grind. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And being selective with these women, like real life, knowing like if you didn't go in wanting to be in a relationship with this girl or thinking, hey, I might do it, I feel like you should never do it, because I feel like that happens too much. Like, people start fucking with each other. Oh, we start going on dates.
A lot of dudes get into those relationships because they can't get consistent sex without it, like, too, as well. So,
yeah, that shit dead. That shit is so dead.
A lot of niggas stay in relationships because they're getting consistent sex, and to me, it's just it's not the way you want to live, because now a woman kind of got leverage on you too, because she can use sex as a weapon, and if you not acting how she wants you to act, then you won't get sex, and then if you don't have other options, you're kind of fucked. It's like, to me, I forgot who said it, but I like moving in this way. It's like, you don't have to be a cheater, but your girl should know you have the ability to get other women at the same time, because women don't like men that other women don't want, so you should definitely have the ability to cheat, and your woman should kind of feel like, yeah, he could, but not to say that you have to. Like, some dudes, it's just not that way, and that's okay too,
Exactly. Like, yeah, we're not saying you should be out here just cheating on your girl, but I'm just saying, like,
it benefits you for her to think that, like, damn, it's a possibility. Just a little slight in her mind, you know what I'm saying? So that would keep her on your shit, and she won't be able to use sex as a weapon against you.
Exactly. I feel like it'll make her a better person too.
It will.
Like,
it will.
She'll probably treat you better. Like,
she definitely, bro. Like, if your girl knows, like, damn, if I'm not on my shit, then it's a possibility that he will go get another bitch, because at the end of the day, like, women like to feel like they're special. Certain men like to feel like they're special, but to be honest, like, biologically and physically, like, we're all pretty much the same. Like, yeah, some people more in shape than others and things like that, but especially, like, men, you can say you're kind of special, especially if you high value and stuff, but women, like, we don't care about a woman's money. We don't, like, successful men, we don't care about a woman's money. We don't care about her career, what she does. We more so care about, is a good wife? Would this be a good mother for my kids? Does she have good habits and things like that? Versus, like, oh, does she have money, and oh, is she a lawyer? Is she this? Is she that? Like, to be honest, like, when you're a high value guy, like, the things are different. Like, of course, there's, like, a broke nigga or a nigga, like, still on his grind. Yeah, those things are gonna be more important when you're choosing a relationship, like, because you don't want a child before you have a kid, you know what I'm saying? And some dudes are just, like, taking care of a grown-ass child. Then come to women.
That's very much so true. Boom. But, like, speaking on that, like, when it comes down to cheating and stuff like that, like, how do you, like, this might be a little, how do you, not how to get away with cheating, but how do you pick the right girl to cheat with?
Oh, that's a good question, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, dudes, use it, like, everything I'm about to say, use it wisely, you know what I'm saying? Because every relationship, basically, before my current one, I was just a rabid cheater, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just going crazy, but I was doing it recklessly, like, I didn't care. Like, I think I said before, it was deny, all else fails, deny some more. But to do it smoothly, you have to have rules, you have to have rules. You shouldn't be doing nothing with anybody close by. I wouldn't bring anyone to your crib, especially if, like, you and your girl stay together. Just too many things that can happen. Girl might leave something, and a fucking hair might be on the pillow or anything. Like, there's so many variables just bringing a girl to your crib. Be prepared. You're going to her crib, you need a condom for sure, because you don't want any outside diseases. You don't want any outside babies. You might want to bring some wet wipes to clean yourself up on the way back, just in case the girl trying to smell your dick when you get home. It's a lot of dudes that only do it, like, out of state, overseas. That's a smart way. You don't want anybody that knows your girl can find your girl, and just being a good judge of character when it comes to, like, girls and stuff. Because some girls will say, like, oh, I ain't gonna say nothing. No, I don't care that you have a girlfriend. Like, for the ones that ask, I mean, if they don't ask, I wouldn't say anything unless it's some way that they can know what I'm saying? It's just all about, like, being smooth with it, because, like, there's a lot of women that will go with that, like, don't ask, don't tell basis, or as long as they don't find out about some shit, they're kind of okay with being, like, because ignorance is bliss, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a homie, he cheated on his girl and he let his conscience get to him. I think like the next day after, she was telling him how much she loved him, and then he ended up spilling the beans about it. But I asked him, would he tell her again recently, and he was like, nah. Like he just basically just said nah, he wouldn't, because like she was so hurt by it. And I feel like when you do, it's good to be honest, but you also have to know, like, just by being honest about this, I'm gonna push the energy, like the guilt and whatever I'm feeling that's making me be all extra nice to her. I'm about to push this on her, and it's gonna be sadness and anger, especially if she didn't expect that from you and shit like that, or like she's gonna feel some type of way. But he said like after he told his girl, she was crying for like a week about it, but she ended up taking him back because she just missed him so much, and he just does everything to make her not think about it now, basically. But it's like doing that, you go like if she finds out and the girl does take you back, it's like you playing a finals game and you starting off down by 20 at that point. Like you're gonna have to do a lot of work to make it back up to her. Ideally, to be honest, if it happens and you get caught, you might as well just be honest and tell her like, yo, sometimes I like to do this, and just carry it like that. But
definitely like Baby Boy did.
yeah, it's like, but just like if you're gonna move that way, just be smooth with it, be smart. You don't want too many paper trails as far as like messages and stuff like that. You don't want a bitch that's gonna be calling you randomly while you're with your girl. Like that will fuck you up. And so it's like a lot of just smart thinking, and it's a lot of work that goes into doing it and not get caught as well. Like that's why I would keep saying it's just better to be honest about what you want and how you feel about things. But if you feel like some of them, it's not gonna be as much work as others, because you might be in a fucking club and a bitch just want to suck your dick in the bathroom or something like that. But a lot of times, if you're like going out of your regular schedule to do it, and like cheating your girls around and shit, it's like it's gonna be hard, and you're gonna be paranoid about this shit as well while you're doing it. So
definitely. And I feel like I'm glad you brought up that point. Like, if your girl catch you cheating and y'all haven't had that conversation, bro, and she's like nagging, me personally, y'all might as well. I feel like y'all should just break up at that point.
If she's like extra nagging about it and she's making you go like extra hard to like just keep her, yeah, to be honest,
because it's not gonna be worth it, bro.
It's not gonna be worth the like I see it is like the reason why I wouldn't go back to any of my exes is because I know I'm gonna have to put in like so much work. I'm gonna have to give them the stars, the moon, everything just to get back in like good graces with them and stuff like that. So to me, it's not really worth it when a nigga that hasn't gave her any pain or trauma, he don't gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly, he don't gotta do none of that. So I feel like it would be better off just finding you'll probably be cheaper. Just they say it's cheaper to keep her, but fuck, I'm a leaver. But like, it would be better off go finding a new girl for the simple fact you don't got to deal with that headache. And a lot of girls not gonna forget that shit. It just depends on the girl. They're not gonna forget that shit, and they gonna always bring that shit up. Like,
yeah,
that's my number one pet peeve. I hate when girls do that shit.
Yeah, like women, they are famous for bringing up old shit, and they don't like you to bring up shit to them, but they will like easily and kindly do it to you, which like again, that's just understanding female nature at that point, where you already know, like, if she's constantly doing that, if she doesn't have the ability, like, I feel like forgiveness is one of women's best abilities, you know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of women are able to forgive, and especially if you are showing them better. But if it is like a constant issue and you're trying to move past it, but she's not willing to move past it in whatever shape or form, however that is, if it's her like accepting that that's what you're going to do, or if it's you
saying you're
never going to do it again, which that can just lead you about down the path to do it again. Because like I said, I mean, you're never going to lose attraction to other women, but it's about having control. And being in control of your sexual energy as a man, it does make you very, very powerful. So having a girl can help with that because you are getting consistent sex. But when you get that power and you are this guy and you have so many options, it's going to get harder. I think, who was it? Is it Chris Tucker or Eddie Murphy? They said like pussy gonna catch up with you eventually or something like that. It was during the stand up. They was like, yeah, you can try that to cheat, but I said you becoming rich, successful and shit, pussy gonna catch up with you. So I'm saying, just every man, I don't feel like no matter how you carrying it, to me, women should be the easy part of your life. Like it shouldn't be no stress and nothing coming from that. Like just extra piece added onto the piece you already created. So just handle yourself how you want to, but understand like the consequences and shit, and don't be the one to implode your own empire from the inside out. You know, like that can fuck you up as well too. Because if you're still building and you live with a girl and like know who you're with, now I'm saying, because certain girls, if they're not with you, they don't give a fuck about nothing you got going on. They would definitely try to fuck your shit up.
Definitely. Like, girls do be spiteful. They can be very spiteful creatures, and it's important to know who you're dealing with. Like, you gotta think, like, oh, if I cheat on this girl, would she really try to kill me? Like, and I feel like we joke about that shit too much, especially like women. They be like, oh, if you try to leave me, I'll kill you, like jokingly. But some of them bitches be dead ass. Like, she might like legit trying to kill your ass.
Definitely, plenty of dudes done seen it. Like, as far as like a woman just changing after being hurt, but that's what it goes back to we was talking about last time, is like vetting your partner before you like make that serious commitment to her, because like you never know. And to me, like just speaking to women, like I said in the beginning, niggas should be honest, but women, you need to understand that most niggas aren't going to be honest because they don't feel like they can, because what men want out of relationships is demonized, like we was talking about the other day. It's like if you're a dude, you're still grinding and you not totally where you want to be and who you want to be, and you trying to tell a girl like yeah, I love you, I really love you, really fuck with you, but sex is not a part of that love. Sex is just like me taking a piss, to be honest. So like they seeing it from a woman's lens where sex involves emotion and they really like somebody. So I think just as much as we need to understand girls, if you want to have a girlfriend, you need to be teaching her about like understanding you, understanding a man's nature. And if it comes in conflict with y'all beliefs too much, then hey, it's okay to not be together, you know?
Definitely. I feel like that's a great point. If she understands you, she's gonna know how you are. Like, I can't wait for that. Like, someone to really understand me. No, like, I'm not.
That's all a nigga want.
Literally.
That's literally all a man wants out of a relationship. Basically, is like, well, we want a good woman as well, and a good mother to our kids, and a good wife. But we just want a woman that understands us, and all of that is part of it.
Exactly. So like, she know, like, I'm not out here just fucking bitches, like just going crazy, like. Shit, like sometimes like shit happens though. Like sometimes shit happens.
Sometimes you might slip on a banana peel and fall in the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like you never fucking know. Like watch out for them banana pills. But
that's true. That's true. I mean, some shit just be crazy. Like and like some shit like you heard about like Kevin Hart getting set up. Like sometimes like bitches be sneaky as fuck. They be plotting. I ain't gonna lie, they be plotting their ass off.
Yeah, like the story I told a few episodes ago about getting set up and then like shorty leaving me or whatever. But like like that's why I say you gotta be smooth and you gotta understand like any woman you put your dick in, you gave her somewhat of control over your life. Like that's a big point that niggas don't be thinking about as well. Like you put your dick in her, she got a little bit of control over you now, because it's so many things she could do. She could go tell your girl. She could say you raped her. She could say you did this, say you did that. Or you end up getting her pregnant, or she give you a disease. Like, it's a lot of ways she can go just from you putting your dick in a shorty. So that's why we up here, we talk about being selective so much, whether it's cheating or just fucking with women in general.
Exactly. And if you gon' like do some shit, use a fucking condom. Bro, but I ain't gonna lie, that shit and that shit happened. It's a funny story. I definitely got caught up using a condom. Bro, like you know like the little like when like how condoms are gold and I ripped it with my teeth and I spit that bitch out and like a little piece was on the ground.
Oh yeah, a lot of niggas get fucked up like that.
Like,
to me, I like rip the condom, but make sure that it's still attached. Know what I'm saying? If you think about the seasoning packets and shit, you rip it, but don't rip it all the way. Like that's just another like
that makes
technique to make sure like everything is gone. But then again, like I said, that's why doing it in your crib, that's the most risky shit because you never know, earrings get left and all type of shit.
And some girls real life do that shit on purpose, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. They do shit like that on purpose. Bitch might be in your crib taking pictures, taking selfies, like it get real. Like you gotta be smooth, man.
Hey, my nigga got caught up like this. Oh my goodness, crazy story. Bro, he had a shawty over. She posted a picture in the bathroom. She posted that shit on Instagram, and then his girl seen that bitch, pulled up to the crib. 3 in the morning. Crazy.
See, that's like, and like that bitch, she might have did it on purpose, she might have not, but
I think she
either
did that
way,
shit on purpose.
Either way, like that shit would get a nigga fucked up, man.
That nigga got his ass fucked up that night too. And I feel like that shit's just so important.
That's why, like me, I learned not to play with women's minds and emotions a long time ago because like, shit will get you fucked up. Whether she might put you in jail, she might scream the R word. It's a lot of things that can go wrong with that.
Hey, or she might pull up to your crib, start breaking shit, like doing all sorts of crazy shit.
Might attack your family, or might try to get some niggas on you, you know, and might lie to niggas. Like I've seen shit like a woman say, "Oh, he hit me, he did this," or even fucking Emmett Till. Know what I'm saying? Like, lady try to lie and say he whistled at her and say he said something to her, and y'all already know what happened to Emmett Till, man. Rest in peace. But like, it might not be that extreme, but you know what I'm saying, you can get shot about bitches. You know what I'm saying, like women don't be understanding how powerful they are sometimes, and the power of their tongue and the power they have over other men, and especially the men in their life. Because a lot of times, like, boom, you got a little sister or a little cousin, and she come tell you, oh, this person did this to me, this person did this to me. A lot of dudes, they just go on crash out mode right at that second, just off what they little niece or a little cousin or little sister said or what they heard, basically. Yeah. But that's why as men, like, we can't just understanding that. We have to understand that and know, like, all right, it doesn't have to be immediate crash out. Let me at least try to get his side of the story as well. You know what I'm saying? Unless she got bruises on her and it's obvious that the nigga did something. She got like footage or whatever.
Nah, I'm gonna say you need footage, bro. Cause like it be like
girls will hurt themselves on purpose.
Self-inflict themselves on them shit like it was on the TV. It's a TV show like this girl like beat her ass and then told this other nigga, hey, go kill him, go kill him. Like he beat her fuck, and bro was ready to go kill his ass. Like why the fuck you beating up a bitch? And that's another thing. I'm not saying all women be lying, but there's literally 2 sides to every story, and I feel like you gotta know there's another side. Like not saying she's lying, but find out the other side before you go and crash out or like start beef. That's literally how beef starts. Like, oh, a girl tell you, oh, this dude did this, and this. He's such a bad guy, and you just believe in that shit. Blah blah blah. Whole time, the bitch then keyed this nigga car, popped his tires, like, and he just want that bitch gone, like. And
you'll get manipulated out the streets just moving off what a woman say. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Now you got smoke with him over a bitch. Like that shit is crazy. That shit was crazy. Over some shit that had nothing to do with you.
Was you the person? No, I asked another homie the other day. I was like, how do you think the world would be? Because, like, if y'all don't know, it's much more women than men on this earth. But how do you think it would be if, like, the world was the opposite? Like, it was just more men than women?
I feel like, low-key, it'd probably be a better world. I ain't gonna lie, because I feel like it would make men have to elevate themselves.
The competition would be crazier. Like that's one way to look at it. Like how the technological advances and just infrastructure and building and crazy new inventions, because the competition level has risen. But you also think it would be a lot of violence. Like the violence would increase over women. between like because like a lot of emotional men are usually the ones doing it. So
definitely,
yeah.
I was about to say definitely. I mean, I feel like it could happen, but I wouldn't say it would incite violence. I feel like it would play better to women. Now women could. Now I feel like it would just roles were flipped. Women would literally be the prize now. Because right now, I promise you, women are not the prize.
They're not, because it's so many of them, and most of them are the same.
Literally,
as they. If you ask them what makes them special, they probably tell, "Oh, I hold it down and I do this." I like nothing that any other woman couldn't say she does. So, and we don't care about their degrees and their money and stuff like that. We don't want a dumb woman, of course. Like, she has to have some level of intelligence, and a degree like that's a plus. But usually, the higher degrees mean, oh, I'm independent, I don't need a man, and all of that. So it's like that kind of makes men step away from the girls with. It seems like the more successful woman has, the less options she has. One, because she's not gonna fuck with a nigga broker than her, and two, because she usually has that like independent boss bitch type of thing going on.
Exactly, and nobody really wants that. Like we want a woman that's like doing her shit.
Like, I mean, it's like men, like as far as like the providing, protecting, like we get pride from that. So it's kind of like we want a woman that needs us. We don't want a woman that say, "Oh, I don't need a man." You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, as men, we don't need a specific certain woman, but we need women in general, you know.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like it probably brings you some sort of sense of like manlyhood, like providing for like your family. Like it gives you like it. I feel like it creates that man inside of you. Like,
yeah, it does, and it gives you a sense of purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like family and providing, like that is definitely part of like a man's purpose, and that can come in many forms. Like some dudes, they don't want kids or whatever, but even if they're like a Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm pretty sure he's like, I'm not even pretty sure, like I know he's providing for people and like providing and protecting certain people, whether it's like even just like his mom or his employees and stuff like that. So and niggas, we get like a sense of pride from that.
We definitely do. But how do you think that society will work with more women? Well,
I think like it would be a lot more competition against men, which would be good and bad, because like we do have a lot of emotional men, so it's niggas that's already getting killed over bitches. So I think that would go up more. But amongst the men that aren't trying to kill over bitches, it just would be like extreme competition. I don't think the world will ever get like that though, because men we die more and earlier than women, mostly because of like going to war and just working hard. Like I know a lot of dudes they work they fucking asses off at these jobs just trying to provide for their families, and they look past health problems and things they maybe should get checked out or whatever, and stuff maybe they should do, like, you know what I'm saying, maybe eating healthier, but it's not in the budget to eat healthier because they got kids and a girl and all of that. So man, we sacrifice a lot for the people we love. So I don't think the world will ever get like that.
Yeah, and I feel like that men are so underappreciated, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, so underappreciated.
So I've seen women on certain podcasts and shit say like, "Oh, we don't need men. We don't like we built the world. Damn near every invention was made by men." And not to say we don't need women, because we need women, because men, we like to have sex, but men, we appreciate women. I feel like that's shown. You know what I'm saying, just by how often men treat, just by certain niggas be willing to provide and protect multiple women. You know, I feel like the perception on that is all misconstrued. I feel like it's a good thing, and you're creating that family structure, you're creating that tribe structure. Every kid can be tended to and have someone there for them. I think that's a good way to live.
Literally, like, wars have literally been fought for women. Like, like straight, like, you can get your ass beat for saying the wrong thing to a woman. Like, straight like that. I feel like that needs to be appreciated just a little bit more.
And I think as men, we have to value ourselves more. Like, and that comes with self-improvement, because if we got niggas buying OnlyFans, if we got niggas fat and lazy, we got niggas doing this, we got niggas doing that, it like the majority of men are weak and soft, especially here in the West. And which, to me, I'm not complaining about that. I want to lead a lot of those men from being weak and soft, but I know the more weak and soft men, that just means the more women or options I have if I choose to entertain that, you know.
Definitely. And I was about to say less competition for real.
Yeah.
Like,
but ideally, it's always gonna be a certain amount of weak men, but I feel like it's too much, and that's like the reason why we have guys in this self-improvement space trying to lead men from that.
Definitely. And I feel like it's really a double-edged sword. Cause like if everybody was out here like legit going after it, like it would be a lot more competition. It would be a lot harder. Like it would be. But like at the same time, iron sharpens iron. So like we need it. Like that's why you need like good people like around you that's gonna support you, uplift you, make you work hard. But at the same time, bro, if you just do a little bit of self-improvement, you probably going to be better than like 80% of the men.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, so
if you go to the gym, if you have you have at least 2 sources of income, you go to the gym, you meditate, you read, you're constantly gaining knowledge, like, yeah, you're already better than 80-90% of niggas.
Yeah, you're doing that. You're a little bit high. You might be 95 because niggas just...
Us, we want to try to get to that closest to that 1% of men as possible, and that takes sacrifice on another level to where you're literally missing out on things. It's just delaying gratification basically, and that comes with being on like no fap, not worrying about having too much fun every weekend and blowing your money and the compound effect of things, you know, like that's how you build wealth is like the compound effect. You want to make money, and then you want to let that money start making money and just keep building on that, and not because like we don't want to be like check to check niggas. Know what I'm saying? Like I've grew up in a like check to check type household, and it's like I seen the daily stress on my parents' face and monthly stress, and it's hard to think long term when you're living check to check.
It definitely is, but like you always got to think about the bigger picture, or at least try to. Like I always try to like look like fuck. We might got to do this uncomfortable thing now, but it's gonna pay off in the future. And like the days go by so fast, man. I ain't gonna lie. Cause now that we're talking about it, it seems like we've been doing this for like almost not even 3 months, bro. And like, yeah, it feels like we just started yesterday, bro.
Yeah. I mean, compared to how long we probably do this, it basically is yesterday. So, I feel the same way as far as like that, but it's like the work and the results show for itself.
It definitely will. Boom! But I just want to say thank y'all, man, for watching the video. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, leave a great comment for us.
Yeah, man. Another great episode, man. Thank y'all, man. Comment real. Didn't put the ninja emoji if you made it all the way through. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway on my Instagram this week, and I might get lunch for a few people. So like follow the IG if you I'm gonna do that on Saturday. So follow the IG if you wanna participate in the giveaway. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if you're a real islander, you've been watching since day one. I definitely want y'all to participate. But there's probably gonna be a lot of like new people trying to get up in that thing. But I want the real islanders to win, so you know.
Definitely. And
we can pay for lunch for 2 people, you know what I'm saying?
And definitely, and that's how you win these things. You got to show support, because like we be looking at y'all comments, so like y'all comment, we see the same person.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be. You're gonna have to prove that you liked and you commented on the video, something like that, and follow me and Meechy on Instagram.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. But we love y'all.
Definitely love y'all so much.
Another beautiful evening. Y'all keep working on yourself, man. Hey, start learning how to flip switches, man, too. That's another thing I wanted to speak on. Like, we can't just, like, fuck trying to evolve, know what I'm saying? Just become that. Whatever you're trying to do, just become it. Like, you don't have, like, that's how you take quantum leaps in life. That's how you take big jumps. Like, we didn't evolve into podcasters. We became that. Like, the first time we sat down in front of these mics, we became that. So, y'all take that for what it's worth and instill that into your life. Like, be a flip the switch type person. Like, when you want to become something, just do it. Like, you already am. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, I am. Definitely. But all right, love y'all, man.
Love y'all, man. We out.